You've been so clever. And, I met you, gosh, can we say it's like 30 something 4 years
Girl,
ago?
I remember the first time I met you. Do you remember this story, Jane?
I know you were playing the piano singing My Father's Eyes for Junior Miss, and I thought you were amazing.
Yes, true that. Thank you for that. But actually, the first time I remember actually meeting you when I was Miss South Carolina is, I think I've told you this story, but I was asleep in Jack Brantley's house as the newly crowned Miss South Carolina. Do you remember? And I was in the Miss America room, and I'm so enthralled with the whole thing. And of course, I just think you're amazing because you're a former Miss South Carolina, and it hasn't hit me yet. I'm Miss South Carolina, because y'all were the stars. And anyway, and I am dead asleep in that room. And there's this face over my bed. Good morning. And I'm like, what is going on? And it was you. But I remember being that little miss in Junior Miss. And of course, I didn't win. But I just remember, I just thought all of you former Miss South Carolinas were just movie stars. And you really are in your own way that God's used you and taken your lives and your paths. And now I'm honored to be one of them. But I remember that. And I just thought you were amazing. So and I still do think you're amazing. And you're my friend. Now we're friends.
I know. Listen, mutual fan club, because your story is so amazing. And before I really knew you, I knew the story and how God has placed you in so many incredible, Billy Graham Crusade. Well, that had to be, Dawn, one of the total highlights with your voice. And let me say this too. When you and I got goosebumps. When you sang at our church and did your program, I think your voice is better than ever. And you also teach voice. Is that, am I right? I think it's better. But is that possible?
Thank you, Jane.
Oh my gosh.
It's our thank you for that. And Billy Graham people have asked me what was the highlight of my year when I was Miss South Carolina. Mm-hmm. And that by far was it. Getting invited to share my story and sing Amazing Grace on the Billy Graham Crusade was the most humbling, out of body almost experience. Like, I was just this little country girl from Red Bank, South Carolina. And my story was very well known because my family story is the largest manhunt still to this day in South Carolina's history. And, while that's nothing anybody would ever choose to have as a part of their resume or their story, God, as only He can, has chosen to take it and make it a beautiful thing for others' good and for His glory. So I'm so grateful for that. But, I do teach private piano and voice now. And I'm telling you, I just turned 60 and I have to work really hard at my voice. I literally have a voice coach. I work really, really hard at it. And she calls it going to the vocal gym. And it's with anything else, if you don't use it, you lose it. You got to work hard to keep it. But same with you. My gosh, you sing it. I get to hear you every year just about at the Miss South Carolina pageant, and you sing the national anthem. I'm like, Jane, you're sounding good and healthy.
Yeah, I'm trying to be too, Dawn.
Yeah.
I think it's a gift, and why in the heck am I gonna, get rid of it and squander it and not develop it and keep it spit and polish, so to speak.